Hi, this is Arlene again from Adelante with Arlene. I'm coming to you from New York City. As you can see, everything looks a lot different from what you've seen before. I'm not in Florida anymore. While I've been here, I have been doing a lot of meditating, thinking, and reevaluating certain things in my life. And before I left Florida, I went to a women's business meeting in Orlando, and I happened to meet a woman who is a life coach. And when we went around the table and we asked what each one of us did in business, she said, I help people when they are stuck. I laughed because while I was in Florida, I actually had the same thought in my life. When you reach a certain place and you know that there is so much more on the other side, but for whatever reason, there's something that's making you feel stuck and unable to pursue, to follow the direction to get you to that other side. So you're at that stuck point, as I called it. So in August, I wrote something here in New York City entitled, You Hold Me Now. As I said, there are times in our lives when we feel at a point that I call stuck point. For the last couple of years, that's exactly what I had felt. That place where sometimes everything becomes so dark, and that no matter how much we try to make sense and see maybe a sense of a little bit of light peeking through, somehow that vast darkness filled all of a sudden with despair, doubt, and questions, and sadness, and pain, and hurt, and fear soon overtakes us, and that little speck of hope, that little bit of light, all of a sudden is quickly snuffed out. And then we start crying, and there's the tears and anxiousness and overwhelming sadness, and it just all begins to consume you as a woman or as a man. In the same way a man may impulsively react in another type of feeling, in anger, in being stressed and being agitated. Well, the word of the Lord had just sat in my belly, but somehow the battle of the mind and the intellect, the emotions, at times don't allow us to digest that word, to chew it, to use His word as food. I'm speaking to you who are believers of Christ right now. That food that'll bring us back to life. All of a sudden, a moment when you're in that place, that stuck point, it feels like a lifetime. And what once felt like a second now begins to take root and begins to choke up those seeds planted, and the weeds begin to grow. That despair starts to surround you. And the beauty of the Lord's light, His Spirit seems so far away to feel, and yet too far to see. We somehow begin to walk in a field of broken glass, thorns, wreckage, bumpy, stony, foggy, our past. A road which has now lost somehow its fragrance. And while in denial, yet no longer, somehow this road seems harder and harder to walk. Harder now to face that which caused us to get to this place in our journey, this stuck point. The circumstances, the tests, the regrets, the choices made for us are the ones that we made, that we can't take back. It becomes hard to breathe. Some force greater than ourselves, which for me is my Lord Jesus. I noticed that He has chosen to breathe life into me and into us daily. And then all of a sudden we find the way to still want to try, to still want to overcome. We hold on to that little bit, the ray of hope that is fighting to pierce through completely and lightly full completely light our way. Fully. So we get up another day and we try. We're reminded by the fact that we are breathing every day, that deep inside, the one who created us can help us get out of that stuck point. He reminds us that we can do this. We can make it to the other side if we just give him our hand and all that we're carrying and believe that he who is who he says he is, and we have a purpose. Just hold on. We hear his loving whisper. Has he not seen us through before? We must learn the lessons being taught now in this stuck point, so that we will never have to walk that path again. So just hold on. Hold on to him, not to the pain, not to our self-will, but hold on to him, my Lord, our God. Say to him, Lord, I let go, and I know now that you hold me now. Remember, he holds you. Let go. Let God. This is Arlene from Adelante with Arlene. Thank you for letting me share my most intimate thoughts. God bless.